name's Mark, and welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. It is a beautiful day, and signs of spring are all around us, even though snow is all around us. What happened this week? A few things happened this week. So this is something that got dropped off, and one of the signs of spring. So we had Steve from Premier Tech Home and Garden donate some potting soil. So this is some high quality stuff, and I guess what they do is they look for places to donate some of their mixture. So I'd like to thank you, Steve, for your wonderful donation. Over here, it's a little tough to see because of all the snow. You can see the hump going around there. So this whole area has straw bales that Tara will be doing some straw bale gardening this spring once all this white stuff's all gone. So I've been reading the comments and noticing that you're interested in a farm animal update. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to do so. But one other thing that I have to address. So Mom, we have this much snow. So whenever I'm talking to my mother on the phone, she often asks me, "Oh, it's nice talking to you. How much snow do you have there?" So I have that much. I don't know, a couple feet anyway, 3 feet. Well, hello everybody. It's awfully loud in here. Hi Lucy. What are you doing, girl? So Lucy will be, she's itching for spring as well, because she's going to go outside and our mama goats are going to come inside. So we do have some rabbits that came in last week, and these are 3 males, and we've actually found some homes for a lot of the rabbits. So people are excited that spring is coming, and adoption of rabbits is going up. So that is wonderful that we can find them homes. Okay. Oh, Fernando. What are you doing in there, Fernando? What are you doing in there? And Sheldon, are you excited for spring, Sheldon? Are you excited for spring? Oh, yes. He just likes to run around. So, if you just started following us, Sheldon was born last year, and he had some issues and concerns. Was given a 0% chance of survival, and he is doing fantastic. And Moira, I have problems saying your name. I think I got it right this time. Moira, she is a Shetland sheep. And she came in about a month ago now, I guess. And her and Sheldon are in together. Fernando jumps in here from time to time and hangs out. So you go back in, Sheldon. I'm just going to close this gate because I don't want to be tripping over you. And Fernando, well, he comes in and out on a regular basis. So he'll jump up here. He sleeps up on here at night, and he'll come in and out. We have Rusty the rooster over there, which we're babysitting for the winter time. So he's actually over there in with the rabbits, which are perching on top of the, they do have a little house over there, but they prefer not to hide. And that's good. So that just means that they are friendly towards people. They're not scared of people. So they're doing great as well. You can see all this frost up here. Oh, we're just getting out of the cold weather. And of course, Bronwyn, which reminds me, we had a power failure earlier, so I'm gonna have to check the camera system because we can't access it in the house. So Tara has been watching Bronwyn. She says Bronwyn is swollen, so, there's some more signs of pregnancy. Due date, her milk bag hasn't filled up. I'm a little skeptical now. We've gone on so long. Somebody in the comments section mentioned that, do goats have, or sheep, Bronwyn's a sheep and goats, do they have phantom pregnancies? Well, we're not sure. And we did contact a vet about Bronwyn. And the vet just said, well, keep an eye on her, make sure she's not in distress. You know, it'd be nice if we had a portable ultrasound system to check her ourselves. But I'm kind of thinking that it is some kind of phantom pregnancy. She's still insistent that she is pregnant, even though she's now past her due date, which was calculated from when we got her. So she didn't get pregnant here on yard. And she did have some lambs that were removed from her last year just before we got her. So maybe she hadn't gone back into heat yet. But if anything happens, we will definitely keep you informed as to what's happening. Oh, so loud. You guineas want to go outside too and roam around and eat those wood ticks like you do. Yeah, so they'll be excited to get outside. I'm thinking, you know, it's coming up on the mid-February, so another month, another 4 to 6 weeks. It's hard to say. Sometimes we get a lot of melting snow at the beginning of March, and sometimes, you know, we often get a blizzard, Colorado low, that comes in mid-March. So we'll see how everything goes there. And we actually have somebody looking for some pigeons. So another sign of spring. And look at Prince's tail. Oh, Prince, looking good. So we haven't had much luck with hatching out any other pea chicks. So he does have 2 females. He has a peahen there, and he has a peahen right here. So we'll find out what happens. They've laid a couple eggs last year, but they just didn't sit on them. So we're gonna have to fire them in the incubator, which brings me to the incubator. So I have done a few videos on the incubator. We're gonna have to clean this up a little bit. But it is a 264 egg incubator. You put your eggs on these racks here, and it tilts back and forth. You have a fan here that blows in. I've done, I think, 3 videos on this. So what we're gonna have to do is touch base on the incubation when we start it up in the spring. And that'll be something that'll be included in the weekly videos. All right, so let's close that. So this we had gotten about 3-4 years ago now. So it's a nice size unit. And I think that's everybody in here. Oh, one other thing that I didn't mention is there is somebody that's missing in here. From last week's video, I did a little spot on her, Gimpy. Unfortunately, we lost our little chicken during the week. She was doing great, and for whatever reason, she didn't make it. We found her one morning. So that can happen. Animals that have concern, young that have concern. So Gimpy had, of course, a gimpy leg. And otherwise, she wouldn't have made it. She would have died prematurely, probably just after she was born because she just couldn't get around. Sheldon is a good example. Sheldon was born last year, and because of his concerns, his mother just abandoned him. So then we took it upon ourselves to work with him and bottle feed, and he is what he is today. So he's a special little boy. So that's it from in here. We're gonna go outside, and Billy came back this actually late last weekend. Billy actually came back. He was away with a female goat out on a date for the last month. So, but he's happy to be back. So we'll head out and we'll see him. Hello. Are you guys eating? You're always eating, aren't you? Hi, Barry. How you doing, bud? And Shanzy. And Marley. And Paula. Oh, shy Paula. Now, some people have asked you about the alpacas, and are they pregnant? Possibly. We're not quite sure. Marley we had fixed because Marley and Barry are both boys. We thought that the 3 that came in were all girls, but once we got Marlene shaved, we had to change his name to Marley. So, and in that time frame, we found out that he was actually a boy. So we're not sure. They may be pregnant. If they are, it will be due, I guess, June or July. I think gestation period for alpacas is a year. So hi, Billy. How are you doing, little buddy? Are you happy to be back? Hey? Yeah, I know your dad's happy to see you. Hi, Carl. Carl's happy to see me, too, whenever I come out. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah, don't chew on that. Give me this. You just get into all kinds of problems. If you've been watching the video for any length of time, you'll know Carl is quite the character, and Billy is moving right along up that character trait himself. He did break his horn about a month and a half ago, and it's kind of healed up nicely. Hey, bud? All right. Then we have Bobby here. Bobby's a boy, but he is a fixed boy. Can't see his face. He's eating. So he's not as rambunctious. So I mentioned this a few videos back. If you're looking for a goat, start off with a weathered male or some females, because these guys can be a challenge. And getting to the horns, I don't want to play around with his horns, because that means let's play and fight. Give me that back. We don't debud. Okay, I'm gonna stand back here. We don't debud our animals because they use their horns for scratching. They use their horns for dissipating heat in the summertime. Their horns can actually get pretty warm. Now, the concern is that they're going to get hung up on some kind of fence and injure themselves. The fix for that is coming out here. They do have lots of area to roam, so they've got about 8 acres. So there's no concern with them needing to break out of the pen, so to speak. The type of fencing that we do have is this stuff over here, which is just stucco wire, and there's 3 boards. That board there is the second board, and that is at about their back height. We found in the past that when they scratch along the fence, they can bend it out. So that one's basically there for support. So we have no problems with them getting hung up. Chain link is one that can be dangerous. And I think we have all of our chain link taken down. Last year we had some that was out in this area here that we've actually removed. No more chain link, no more concerns. And the rest of the fencing that goes around is all electric fence. So the worst that can happen there is they get zapped. You're still right beside me, aren't you? Okay, so yeah, springtime. So the pond, that's going to be melting all off. We're going to find out how that works. Since we put in the new pond last year and we changed some drainage around, the water usually comes out from the back there, flows in, fills up the pond, and then goes out the trench here. So it'll be exciting to see how that goes. All right, let's get back in here and see who else. So we don't have anybody else new in here other than Billy that came back. We have our sheep. So this one here is, who do we got? We got Turbo here. He's still got his tag in his ear. He was a bottle baby that was, wouldn't have made it out in the field. So there's another prime example. He was out and he was abandoned. And the mother didn't want to feed him. So the farmer doesn't have time to feed them. So we took them in, and there were a few of them. This one here is Hannibal. Yes, so that's Hannibal. And of course, Hannibal came in. He was shuffled around to a couple different homes before he made his way in here. And he is, I believe, about 10 years old. So he's kind of an old man. Sheep usually, if I recall correctly, about 12 to 14 years. Who do we have here? This is Tinker. So this is our little girl. So Tinker came in with Turbo. And Lambert, ooh, Carl, you're just a pain, aren't you? And Lambert's over there, behind Chansey. Then we have Shadow. Hi, Shadow. How you doing, girl? You itching for spring, too. Just look at the coat around the ears. So this is something, you know, we do get cold weather here. But the animals, their fur, they're meant for this, and they get used to it. Bronwyn, however, she's been inside in warmer temperatures, so we just don't want to put her out because her fur or her coat may not be what it needs to be. What are you boys doing? Oh, geez, all this. Okay, where's Willow? Oh, Willow's out there. Ooh. I walked right by her when I came out before. Willow! Hi, girl! So, of course, Willow and Shadow came in with Levi. Willow's got very nice blue eyes. Hi! And they're still a little skittish. We've got to work with them a little more. We don't have a lot of time to do that with everything that goes on here. So this year, I think we're going to be working with getting some volunteers to come out to pet and brush and put some hands on with the animals. So that gives us a little bit of time to do other things, and it gives people a little bit of one-on-one with animals, which is great for stress and for just people's mental state. Being around animals is just a great thing for people, right? We have a lot of people that come through that have concerns, but of course when you're in with animals, you forget everything that is going on outside of the farm and you focus on the animals. So it's a good mental healing aspect. Okay, I think that's it for in there. So we're going to go out and we're going to see what the ducks and geese are doing. These guys will be itching to get out. The Muscovies can't be outside in below -10 temperatures. They can freeze up. But all the other ones, the ducks and geese, don't have any concerns with colder temperatures. Of course, this is frozen. So I'm going to have to chip it out. And there we go. We're now chipped out. So we have this handy-dandy ice. Well, it's not really an ice chipper. It's a landscaping spade, I believe. And that works well for going in there. There we go. We can now come in. Everybody. Oh, it's nice and warm in here, isn't it? Hey? So yeah, these guys, they're looking a little dirty. They don't have any water to bathe in, so we're going to fix that up in another few weeks, hopefully, when everything melts, and they'll be itching to get outside. Looks like we have some small birds that are nesting in the insulation. So we had quite a few birds during that cold snap that, lined up all across here and across here just to get away from the cold temperatures. And how are you doing? This is the only hen that is in the barn. She was a butt plucker, I guess you would call her, in with the other hens. So she was separated and she was put out here. So she's doing fine. She's kind of an alpha female, I guess you could call her. And the boys aren't picking on her. And speaking of the boys, these are all roosters out here. So they don't fight because they have their pecking order. These guys have grown up together, and then some new ones have come in. They quickly find who is the alpha, and they all get along. Right? Who's the alpha? You're not talking. So yeah, these are all boys. And then we have the high guys, which are always happy. Right? So these are male Muscovy ducks. And we have a female right here. Hey? Rabbits. So they've got a whole bunch of hay that's in there that they go through and they burrow. They've got their different feed. If you want to know about our feeding regiment, go to last week's video. There'll be a link at the end of this video, and you can watch that. So some of these rabbits will be finding homes as well. With the spring coming, people have space for them outside, and generally what happens is in the fall and winter, people that don't have the proper type of shelter for over the winter, they contact us, and we usually will take them in and house them over the winter, either for just a boarding, or they'll give them up, and then we'll find new homes for them when we can. All right, guys, can everybody say spring? Oh, somebody can. Oh, look, it's mother and daughter. Snow and Petunia. Hi, Snow. How are you? Hi, girl. Hi. Are you waiting for spring too? Yeah. And then her daughter Petunia, which her and her cousin are two of the ones that slept on top of the pigs during the winter. A nice symbiotic relationship, keeping each other warm. Are you digging for snow? Or digging for snow. Digging through the snow for grass? That's what I meant to say. So there we go. That new shelter has done fabulous this year. Lots of open up area. I look in the video from last year where we had just the small little shelters. Now these guys can get in and get out of there. And of course we want to finish off the sides here and make it a little nicer. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Living in harmony. I don't know what she's doing, sniffing them. And then there's Carl. All right, so I have one more area to go, and they're actually inside the house, some other animals that came. So say goodbye, everybody. You're just all eating. All right. So I'm back in the house, and this is actually Tara and Tiana's crafting area here. All the crafts and everything that goes on, paper, and just she's getting ready to grow some plants. So she's got a grow light here, a couple grow lights that she picked up. And she's going to start on that. So she just went upstairs with some other soil that she picked up before we got the other stuff donated. So she's actually going to start doing her thing with that. This is just some of the stuff that we've made with extra leather that we've had, some lanyards and some keychain holders. These are imprinted with 10 Acre woods on them, so they're just little wristbands with some extra leather that we had left over. And something exciting is we're getting a laser engraver etcher. So that's on its way. So this is something that she just did with printing with a laser printer backwards and then ironing it on. But with this new laser engraver etcher, we're going to be able to just, we're actually going to be able to cut out all these things. The moccasins that she makes, she'll be able to cut out the designs and then do like a logo or something printed on there. But that's not why we came in. Well, the reason why we came in is because of these, well, these 2 of 4. So we have, this one's apparently a cross, a Holland Lop cross, but we're not quite sure. It doesn't appear to be. The ears are up, but who knows, it could be. And then this little guy here. So this is Bruno. No, sorry, this is Clyde. Clyde is the Holland Lop cross. And Bruno is this one here, which the person we got him from says it's a standard Rex, or sorry, it's a Rex cross, but it's kind of looking more standard. It is a little bit overweight, and they seem to get along wonderfully. So these 2 came in. Along with 2 others, 2 guinea pigs that actually came in, because the woman who had them, she is apparently a vet tech, and she had rescued these ones. But apparently she has multiple sclerosis, MS, and she can't care for them. So she contacted us to see if we had a spot for them. We do, and Tara got on the computer, and she's actually found a home for all 4 of these guys. So 4 being, there's 2 more in here. Tara went and took out the little houses, so that's why there's no houses in here. But these are 2 guinea pigs. So Rue and Owl. Owl is the one with the funky hair, and Rue is this other one here. So apparently Owl, the previous owner to this lady that dropped him off, they went and clipped his hair and tried to keep him a little less bedhead. But yeah, it's kind of grown all funky. Hi guys. Oh, you're so jumpy. Oh, you're so squeaky. Yes. So this is little Rue. Listen, can you hear that? Oh, what is it, little buddy? Yeah, so we did find all 4 of them homes. They're all going to the same place, so that's wonderful. So they get picked up on Monday. Oh, are you gonna be happy? You get a new family? You're so squeaky. They're so jumpy though. So when you handle them, you've got to handle them so that they're supported. So that they don't feel like, along with rabbits too, so you want to make sure that you've got them and you're holding them so they feel comfortable, so they're not so squirmy. So this here is Al. So say hi, Al. Yeah, you got your crazy hair don't care on. Yeah. So I haven't, actually today was the first day that I actually came down and saw them. They came in, I believe it was on Tuesday they came in, and I've been meaning to come down. I just got caught up in doing some other things. So yeah, okay, I'll put you back in. Oh, so they were all together with the rabbits down here, but Tara's decided to change a few things around and separate them. I'm going to put their houses back in here so they feel nice and cozy. And they've got their water and they've got their hay. And there you go. And there we have it. Now are they both? Oh, they both went in. They both went into the same one. Okay, well, they're happy now. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So 2 new ones, or 4 new ones, sorry, that came in, and we're sending them right back out again. So that's wonderful that we found them homes. Some of the other rabbits are finding homes as well. And spring is coming, hopefully, soon. So that's it for this video. Can't speak now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about this video, please leave them down below. And other than that, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next video. Take care. Bye-bye.